preaching testimony. Well, LCU has a really, really interesting preaching program. That's kind of why I decided to come to LCU in the first place. And it's really developed ever since I've decided to come here. It'd have to be kind of one of the big benefits I see of the entire preaching program has to be like your professors that you have in general. Like, I think of Rondell, when I took his Foundations of Ministry class. He used his experience as a youth minister to help teach you ministry opportunities and ministry ideas, and I think that was key on what you learn. Bob Montz, you have all these professors with so many abilities that because they learn and they teach you. I said Bob Montz earlier. Bob, youth minister, children's minister, you learn a lot from him about his personal experiences within the church, and I think that is super cool. You've got, I even say, even Frank, he's so much is learned from him. Even when I had him in New Testament too in Greek, he talks about his experiences through college and him preaching when he first started as a way of learning the Bible. Then there's always LC, and a man who currently preaches at a church, and he uses his experiences from his mistakes from his last churches to even now where he's at in Eminence, where he uses stories and ways to help us as future ministers to help us in the future. And I think that's one of the amazing benefits here at LCU with the preaching program. The uniqueness of the program has to be, I would say, class size. There's not a whole lot of preaching majors here on campus, but it's just so cool to, you really get that one-on-one time with LC in your preaching program, especially in your preaching classes. Especially like Crucial Issues only had 4 guys in it, so we could have a lot of better talks and deeper connections and things like that. And I think that was super cool to have, just that opportunity to be close to people. And even homiletics, and that first preaching class you take, it's not that big. I mean, 20, 30 students, so you get that opportunity to see your classmates preach and to see, hey, these guys are good, they know what they're doing, or what can you do better. I think that's really, really important thing to look at when you're in the preaching program, and I think that's what makes it unique, because before I came to LCU, I was looking at Johnson, and everything was just so much bigger there, and I didn't feel that connection with the students and the professor that I saw here at LCU. And I think that's what really makes LCU, what makes Lincoln unique, is its opportunities, and class size, I think, is really key. So you're close to your professor. Opportunities my personal opportunities have included when I went on Restoration Week. For the last 2 years, I've been able to preach the kids at Pine Haven Christian Children's Ranch a couple times. That's been really fun and dedicated. And when my church went without a pastor, I got to preach a few times, and done it multiple times. It's just that there's just so many things you can do to help preach, and it's really cool. And then you just look at, there's so many churches that need you, and you can always look for somewhere to go, and there'll be a church for you. And I think that's super important when you're looking for a job, or even part-time, that there's always something there. There's always something there for you to do. Like, it's just so important to have that opportunity to, be with, to go out and spread the word. And those opportunities enhanced, with LC, he helps you, and that's what really is important, that you get that help you need to find jobs and internships later on. This program has had such an impact on me personally because I didn't always want to be who I am, a minister. I think it was something that developed over time, and doing these classes and doing these, even just going to the school in general, has really prepared me. Prepared me to become a future minister, especially with my preaching classes. And it's had a good impact on me to become, a better minister and to hopefully impact the rest of the world. So it's had I would recommend it. It's so personal, and I just love that about LCU.